Hi guys, this is Janet live session. I'm going to go through group 3 questions. I was going to do this video yesterday. Obviously I got tired. I sent a message in the group I'm tired. But today I'm going to cover real quick group 3 and then we'll this is a continuation of group 2 actually, because all these questions have to do with nursing anyways and getting a green card in the United States. So thank you so much. I know I'm early, but this is the best time for me because I have to go plant my garden, do other outdoor activities, spend time with my family. I love you so much for coming always, okay? I'll go through quickly group 3. I promise to come back. If you are in group 3 and you left questions, I have questions here. I'll answer, and hopefully some of the questions I'll see on the screen. Use your red buttons, your blue buttons, your yellow buttons, your orange buttons. Who cares? Or use your orange button if you want, okay? I don't care, but I love you so much for coming, okay? Okay, so question number 1, you can see it's accelerated nursing programs in the United States. So question number 1 is, between accelerated nursing and a diploma in nursing, what's the best option for a person green to nursing for best learning and future service delivery, given that they take almost the same period of time? Good question, because this person is wondering. First of all, let's break down the question, okay? They are green to nursing, meaning they've never trained in nursing. They want to know what's the difference between diploma, in America they call it associate's degree, and accelerated nursing. Because many of you, you've heard Janet encouraging accelerated nursing, and they're wondering which is the best option for a person green to nursing for best learning and future service delivery. I guess what she's saying is, which one will give you the better edge or something in practicing. Honestly, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter, I'll be honest. Any of these will give you a green card. So let's just stop there. Any of these, whether it's associate's degree in nursing, will lead to RN. Whether it's accelerated nursing, you'll get a bachelor's degree. That will lead to nursing. It will lead to RN. You will get a green card. Now, in terms of which one is best, obviously having a bachelor's is better than having a diploma. Do we agree? Okay, so to me, I will go for the degree if I have a first degree in nursing, if I have a degree in sociology, if I have a degree in any other field, and I qualify for accelerated nursing. I'd rather put in my 15 months, get a degree, than get a diploma. Are we on the same page? I hope I'm answering your question, okay? Okay, thank you so much. Someone says, hi dear, greetings from Australia. Siru, thank you so much for coming all the way from Australia. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's up to you. If your family is close to a community college and you're able to get into a diploma, associate's degree in nursing, and get a green card through that, fine. But at the same time, if you have a first degree and you're green into nursing and you want to join accelerated, you come out with a bachelor's degree, and that will lead to a green card. Personally, I encourage most of you to do accelerated, okay? And I love you back. I encourage most of you to do accelerated nursing just because you'll get a degree. Why get a diploma or associates when you can get a degree? So that is the main. Thank you so much for that question from group 3, and thank you for the leaders that make it possible to put these questions together, that open these groups and coordinate, and for the discussions that are going on. I love you so much for doing this. Number 2, kindly elaborate on time taken to complete accelerated nursing from prerequisites to the program to graduation. Very good question. So we'll go through the timeline very quick. This is a real question, real follower. Someone is following from Sydney. How nice. Yeah, Australia. Is it summertime there? You know, when it's winter in the Western nation, them they are enjoying the sunshine. So this is what happens. And I did this in the previous video. If you have a first degree in any field, that's why people are following me from Australia. That's why people are following me from Britain. That's why people are following me from Canada. That's why people are following me from Germany. That's why people are following me from Africa. It doesn't matter. Whichever country you're in, is that school accredited? Do you have a first degree in any field? If you come here, they trust that degree. They trust that you'll be able to work with them with a fast-paced environment. Bring those credentials. This is how long it will take, okay? Since you have a first degree, they respect that. You take your first degree, take it to the university, okay? Talk to the counselor. Say, this is my bachelor's degree in sociology. I want to do accelerated nursing. What can you take and what will you not take? More than likely, some of the schools I've spoken to personally, okay? By the way, this is no guesswork. I've spoken to these schools personally. Any grade that is above a C, some of them will tell you to evaluate. Once they evaluate your credentials and they get the credentials back, they say, okay, we like your sociology, we like your psychology, you got above a B, or we got above a C, we will take that one. We'll take statistics, we will take this. So they might end up taking almost everything from your first degree. They'll send you to the School of Nursing that does accelerated, okay? Then they will say, okay, for you to join nursing, since you're green, now that the question was green, okay, we need you to complete these prerequisites. And that is a good question. How long will it take? It depends on you. Because these prerequisites can be taken in a community college, okay? Like, let me just tell you one of the schools. I know you guys are going to bombard these schools, but I just have to use this as an example, okay? Write down Midwestern State University, Wichita Falls, Texas, okay? Janet likes dropping bombs. Okay? Janet, you're watching from Zambia. How nice. Okay? Pen and paper. Midwestern State University, Wichita Falls, Texas. School. Wilson's School of Nursing. Accelerated nursing program. And there are many in every state. I'm using that as an example. So you go, for you to apply to any school in Texas, they have to admit you as a student. But for you to join the Wilson School of Nursing, you need to meet those requirements that they need in Wilson School of Nursing for you to join accelerated. So Midwestern will say, voila, you have a first degree. Admitted. We don't need anything from you. Now go to the School of Nursing. The School of Nursing will tell, okay, we'll take this, but for you to join us, Chemistry 1. Chemistry 2 with lab. Biology 1 with lab. Biology 2 with lab. Biochemistry probably not, okay? Biology, we need you to have sociology, psychology. We need you to have Texas history and government. We need you to have English 101, okay? We need you to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wherever the school, Wilson School of Nursing, accelerated program tells you, okay? You take that and start doing it in Midwestern University. Okay, it might take you 1 year. Now that you're asking how long, big hello all of you, Carrie and everyone. It might take you 1 year, who knows? Or you take those requirements and go to a community college where you are and do them. If it's cheaper in a community college, they don't care. By the way, America, they don't care where you do these prerequisites unless you're going for medicine. Okay, but with nursing, they tell you do them in Midwestern. You can stay with them and say, let me just do everything from Midwestern. The first year I'll focus on the requirements, but I'll do them within the university itself. Or I'll just go, my sister is in this other state, but I can go there and do from any other community college in Kansas. I can do from a community college in California, so long as I have chemistry 1 and 2, biology 1 and 2, statistics, sociology, psychology, whatever they're asking. Once you meet anatomy 1 and 2, once you have those, you go back to the Wilson School of Nursing. You say, well, I was admitted in Midwestern because I had a first degree in Swahili, because I had a first degree in literature, in mathematics. Now I'm ready. Here are the requirements. By the way, some of the requirements, you'll have to do them in Texas. So each state is different. If they're asking Texas history and government, you might not be doing it in Kansas. Maybe you need to do it here in Texas. How about a University of Pittsburgh? Who cares? It doesn't matter, I'm telling you. Okay? All right. It doesn't matter, my friends. Whichever university, all I'm giving you is using one example so you can apply to any university in the United States. You go to the Wilson School of Nursing, say, now I'm a student of Midwestern State. Using my first degree, I was admitted. Here are the requirements. Here is my transcript from my community college. Or I came from Midwestern University. Here are the courses I've done. They say, okay, let's check. We told you to do anatomy 1 and 2, biology 1 and 2, chemistry 1 and 2, microbiology, statistics, sociology. We see you've done all this. Maybe it took you 1 year. Some of you maybe 1.5 years. Okay, all right. Welcome to the school, Wilson School of Nursing, Accelerated Nursing Program. It will take you 15 months. That is a crash course. You don't even have time to work. You're busy with care plans. You're busy with clinicals. Okay? You're there for 15 months, my friend. We are seeing a green card. The green card is on the way coming. 15 months, you show up. They take you through in 15 months. You have your accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And then now you start calling Janet Rangi. Janet, which employers give green cards? Janet, which employers give RNP? And your family is set. And your family is set. And maybe you came from Germany. Maybe you came from Australia. Maybe you came from Sydney, okay? Maybe you came from Africa. I don't care where you came from. Are we on the same page? The first requirements will take you maybe 1 year. I've seen people do it in 9 months. I'm telling you, because America, sometimes they say max of 12 credits. People hit 18 credits per semester. 18. And maybe they need about 50. These people, within 9 months, they are done with prerequisites. It depends on your hard work. I've seen people hit prerequisites in 9 months, my friends. I've seen the first semester, he has biology 1, chemistry 1, microbiology. Okay, be careful because you need to get at least a C in these things, okay? So I just gave you an example of Midwestern State University, Wichita Falls in Texas. It has accelerated nursing program, and many other. Texas Tech in Lubbock, it also has it. That is 1 year, okay? Then there are so many other universities. First of all, you want to be admitted in that university. Probably they don't need anything else. The only thing they will need is an accelerated nursing program. That will be the School of Nursing. That's why they are going to ask you stuff. And you go and crash it 9 months. Okay, some of you asking me, how long will it take? You crash the requirements in 9 months. Someone is sending me love from Kenya. I love you back, okay? You crash the program in 12 months. You crash the program in 16. Then you show up accelerated. That will only take you 1 year, 15 months, 16. The longer, the better, honestly. What is the difference between 1 year and 15? Because that's just a lot of stress. Okay, so some of you are saying, can I work? Yes, you can, but where is the time to work? This is the time you should have been working before you joined the nursing program. And saving, if you can't get yourself a loan from Empower or family, because nursing is going to give you a job for sure. It's going to give you a green card for sure. You're going to pay back. Are we on the same page? So in total, we are looking about 2 years. 2 to 3 years. And that's why some people are asking me, but a diploma associate will also take me 3 years. Why would I do accelerated? Well, you're getting a diploma associate. This one is getting a degree. What will you choose? Now, if you don't have a first degree, obviously go for associates. Are we clear? Are we clear? Use your button so I know it's clear. Go for a diploma. Who cares? Diploma will also give you a green card. Do you understand? Thank you so much. I love you so much for coming. That was a very good question. Kindly elaborate on time taken to complete accelerated nursing from prerequisites to program to graduation. And you saw Janet has walked you through. After Janet is done with her video, usually you have no questions. That's all you need. The smart ones are done. The smart ones, in 3 years, they have a green card. Some of them are listening right here in the United States without a green card. And they have a first degree in their pocket. I came here with education. They don't even give jobs to people. Why wasting time? Why don't you have a green card? Why don't you have a green card? My friend, why don't you have a green card? Sorry. You can say Janet is mean. She's not. She's just telling you the truth. Why are you here 5 years and you don't have a green card? Why? Me? Because I did Swahili or because I did literature or history and I'm stuck in America without a green card, my friends, I'm going to blow this accelerated nursing like no one's business, and I have a green card. And my followers are calling me. And we are getting employers. And they have green cards, my friends, on the way. Jobs. The choice is yours. I don't understand. If you have a valid visa, you should be in school. We should not be hearing you that I don't have a green. No, okay? Number 3, are options only for accelerated nursing? Can someone take any other course? I didn't understand this question. Sorry, it was incomplete, okay? Of course, there are always many options. Let me go to the next. Is it advisable to apply for your career-related program and change to accelerated nursing program once you're in the USA to increase your chances of getting a visa? True, 100%. As I said in the previous video, if you have a degree in psychology, apply for a master's in psychology. If you have a degree in education, apply for a master's in education. If you have a master's in education, apply for a PhD in education. Stick with that. Don't confuse the embassy. 100%. Your chances will be higher if they can see diploma psychology. Degree, psychology. Work experience, psychology, master, psychology. Very clear. Your employer will promote you when you go back. Your employer has given you a study permit, a study work time off. Very clear. Of course, if you reach America and you want to stay permanently, Janet Rangi is here telling you, change from psychology once you're here and go to accelerated nursing, my friend. Then we have a green card in 3 years. It's that simple after you pass the NCLEX. So you ask me the timeline. If you come here in 3 years, Janet, yes, in 3 years, it's possible for you to show up and thank Janet with a green card in your pocket for you and your family. True stories, real information. And then you'll find people that have been here 10 years with nothing, still wondering where they'll get a green card. You will see. Yeah, truth. Very true. Number 5. I love you for coming. Are there any community colleges that offer prerequisites in nursing for international students? Most community colleges given so far in the US only. How about Canada? So many. In fact, if almost all community colleges can offer prerequisites. Almost many students in the United States sometimes choose to start with a community college because it's close to home. Or maybe it's flexible. They can work during the day and go to school in the evening. Maybe it's cheaper. They start with a community college and they transfer to university. It's very common. Are there any community colleges that offer prerequisites in nursing for international students? Of course. And use the process that I just mentioned. You come to Midwestern University, you don't have to do your requirements for nursing or prerequisites from Midwestern if a community college across the street is giving you at a cheaper price. You see, or maybe you're still in Dallas with your family member. You can still do prerequisites in a Dallas community college, in Houston community college, but your target is in Wichita Falls. Okay? You're going to do all those prerequisites. They don't care. Show up with them. America is America. They don't care which school. And by the way, some of the courses you would never give up online. Some of these courses you don't even have to do face-to-face. In fact, I was talking to one of my followers in Britain and she's going to start prerequisites right there. Now, there are some that she will have to be here. But if I were you, I'll Google a community college and start doing these prerequisites as I wait for the visa, like Smart Minds. In fact, she's the one who asked me that question. I said, that's very smart. By the time you show up, you only need Biology 1 and 2, those that need labs in the United States. You see what I mean? Smart. Smart, okay? Yes, so yes, the answer is yes, there are colleges, community colleges in the United States that offer prerequisites. Okay, number 6, how about those with a master's degree? Which is the best approach? Not interested in PhD. Again, well, for the sake of the embassy, you will need the PhD because they want to see that progression. They ask you, why do you need a second master's? Why do you need a second bachelor's degree? What will be your answer? You can get yourself out of that mess. But if I were you, are not interested in PhD, but how are you going to come? You need to cross over. Okay, that will be my advice. You should not be caring about PhD, but you should use it to come in. And the good thing with PhDs, they have a lot of scholarships for PhD students and working opportunities. Most PhD students in the United States do not, okay? That monster managed to put the big elephant in. Oh, wow. Congratulations for those passing NCLEX. Have you ever heard my story? Janet passed NCLEX within 30 days of her arriving in the United States. Number 7, while on accelerated nursing program, is there any chance to hustle for some money as you crash the program? Yes, there is a chance, especially if you're on student visa. But where is the time? I just explained, where is the time? It's called accelerated. Accelerated means boom, 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 boom. Who has time? You have time for care plans and quizzes. You have time to work. Can you work before you get into the program? Yes, you will. As I said, it's not about sociology or nutrition. It's about jobs in America. Don't care who you are. You just show up and you get a job, regardless of your profession. Okay? Jobs are never the issue. I can go and work in a grocery store. I can work in a group home. I can work in a nursing home. I can work as a CNA. My goal is to enter nursing school. Okay? So people work on the side as they save, especially summer. You're saving as you target to join the School of Nursing. But I can tell you, what is your question? Is there any chance to hustle for some money as you crash? Yes, 100%. But where's the time? Where's the time for accelerator? I love your buttons. Thank you so much for loving and following. Number 8, is it possible to change J1 visa to permanent residency? Yes. Very difficult though. As I said in the previous video, there's a home residency requirement. People that come on cultural exchange programs, on J1, okay, or on Fulbright scholarships that are signed by the United States government or signed by the home government, it's very hard for you to convince them to stay in America. So if you want to change, they say, no, you go, serve your country for 2 years, come back, then we can see if we can change for you. But of course, in America, I love how they always have a waiver. As I explained in other videos, if you come with a J1 from Uganda, you can say, you know what, I spoke to the government of Uganda and they don't need me anymore. And they write a letter, they say, thank you so much, the United States, this person is on J1 visa, he wants to stay in America, it's true, we don't need him. We don't need him, we don't need her, let her stay. Then that is the letter you take to the immigration, that's called a waiver. If they waive you, yes, it's possible. Okay, the other waivers, J1, of course, if you're a medical doctor, this is how medical doctors come to the United States, through their J1 visa. They come for residency. That means and I will cover for you, all of you doctors and people wanting to come on medical profession, how they come to the United States, okay? They come through the J1 cultural exchange. They come for residency programs. When they reach here, they do residency through the J1. And then when they are done with residency, they waive them. How do they waive them? They work with government. The United States can say national waiver. Janet knows these things. For the national interest. They can say for the sake of national interest, this doctor is going to work in underserved areas. We need this kind of doctors. We don't have any psychiatrists here. We don't have any family doctors here. We don't have any pediatrician. For the sake of the national interest. Or maybe you work with Department of Energy. Or maybe you work in research. You work in a university. They need you. They say, we are going to waive. They don't have to go back. These things were created, but they always have a loophole. In America, we call them loopholes. So that is how doctors stay around. They stay with government, they go in underserved areas, they get letters from the underserved area or the Native American in the interior, and then they write a letter, they say, you know what, we don't have a family doctor. We need this person. And then they waive the doctor, and then now they change. That job changes for the doctor from J1 to permanent residency, or J1 to H1B visa. So that is how it works. Yes, it's possible, but always J1, remember, wherever you sign, you have to stick with this. If you sign that you're coming on cultural exchange, J1 visa, and you will go back home for 2 years, you have to. They're going to just look at your papers you're trying to change. Sorry. You have to go home for 2 years, okay? Of course, my followers here have applied for student visas and visiting visa to Canada. From J1 in America, whoo, Canada. Loopholes, okay? I love you so much for coming. Number 10, at age 44, is it easy to get a student visa, or is it easy to get one through conference visiting or business visa? No, there's not a question of, well, it's a question of age, but there's no question of which one is easy. It's you as a person. What are they looking at? They are looking for they are looking at this person is married, they are 44, they have a good job, they are not desperate for America, they've been traveling to India, they've traveled to South Africa, they've traveled the whole world. They've been here, they've gotten a visa before. They are looking at the total picture. Okay, so there's no specific visa that is easy, my friends. You just have to make sure you're applying for the correct visa. For example, you cannot have a boyfriend in the United States and you go and apply for a visiting visa. You can. As I said, if you've traveled and they see you have a strong job, your work is giving you off, if you're a strong candidate, you can. But always remember, they see your social ties are in America. Because you're telling them, my boyfriend is a United States citizen, they are more likely to deny you. And you say, how? Because he's a United States citizen, they will respect. No, they are looking at you, the individual. They are serving the interests of the United States. The United States has told them, don't give anyone that's ties in America. We are looking at you. They are not looking at the citizen. They are looking at you. What are the chances that you'll go back? They know you are using a visiting visa as a shortcut to marriage. So what should you do? Apply for a fiancé visa. Take the process of fiancé visa, which is longer. Or apply for a marriage visa, which is longer. So they know these shortcuts, my friends. But always understand, it doesn't mean they will deny you. They look, it's not about the age. It's the total picture when you present at that window. What are they seeing? Who is this person? Are they more likely to go back home? Okay? Are they more likely, are they, what they are presenting, is it making sense to us? That's my opinion, obviously. I don't work in the embassy, but since you asked, but in my opinion, I always err on the side of caution. Student visa to me is always the best. And sometimes the schools have told them we don't have enough students. So they can start boosting visas for students, you know. So for me, I always go, yeah, I'd rather put in effort. You'll always be happy with a student visa. When you come to America, you'll be like, thank you, Janet. Okay? All right. Janet, can you also tell them they can always change their status in America, for example, changing from B to F1? And we've done, thank you for that comment. Janet has done enough videos on that and how to. They know that. Thank you for the comment. Yes, but this group of people, they know that already. They have enough videos on this that I've done on how to change, okay? In detail. Thank you so much for those comments. Number 11, we are moving. Number 11, group 3. This was group 3. Questions, real followers. I love this because now you're just not sitting there and hoping that one day Janet will answer your question. No. Now I have a solution. I told you, when you go in the groups, now I'm talking to you. It's not just Janet coming up with these videos randomly. I'm not coming up with random videos. I'm actually responding to followers. Do student nurses get paid while studying in USA? Okay? If they are working anyway. Well, it's yes and no, because if you're a student, probably you're working and it has nothing to do with you studying as a nursing student. Now, if as a nursing student, most of the preceptors are doing you a favor, so they are not paying you. You are not working for the hospital. Now, do they pay if you are, let's say we have many students here that start with a 2-year nursing program, or maybe they are CNS, Certified Nurse Assistant. They did a 6-month course, or they just trained on the job and they work in that hospital. But they are going to school for nursing. In that case, yes, they'll be paid. Okay? I have a degree in education. Can I do accelerated nursing? Perfect. Obviously, yes. 100%. Okay? That's exactly what we were talking about. They can pay you if you're on the payroll. But if your school is sending me, for example, me, I receive students from different colleges. I'm a preceptor. I sign up. I say, I can help for students to follow me, and then I'll sign for them papers. I'm doing them a favor. I'm doing the school a favor. No one is paying me, it's volunteer. So in that case, you're not. But when you are off shift from school, you can go and get your job on the other side. So do nursing students get paid? No, unless they're employed by the hospital, or the hospital is the one encouraging you to go back to school. For example, me, when I was going back to school for my master's, no, for my postgraduate, my job supported me. They paid all the school fees, okay? But if you're in the hospital, and by the way, Janet always tells you, these are things for free. If you're a worker in a hospital, always enroll in nursing school. They will pay for you to go to school. If you go to a hospital and you're working there, don't pay school fees yourself. Go to the human resource, tell them I want to change to nursing. They will pay. These are secrets Janet tells you and no one tells you. It's real, my friends. Why are you paying? You have a green card. I'm never going to pay for nursing. Did you know that? Why would I be paying if I have a green card? As soon as I start working as a CNA, I go to human resource. I say, what can I do? Okay, to get for you to pay my fees. Many jobs in America will pay for you very quickly. By the way, did you know that? Did you know that? Now you learned something. I always say this. They can do weekend jobs in nursing home and group homes. Very good. I love my follower. They are very, very good. Go to her comments. Yes, that's what people do. During your free time, you're in a group home making money. Okay? Thank you so much. All right. Next, number 12. Number 12. California Community College told me it's a requirement to get a social security number. Why and where? So they say when you go there, so social security numbers, they just tell the government that you are working. That's how we file taxes. It's just a way for them to edit your work, okay? That's how they deduct their money. Pay Caesar first, and then they give you. The government gets its money before. And so for you to go to community college or any university when you come here, when you hear me saying on-campus jobs, yes, the first thing, the international office will write a letter saying you got an on-campus job. Then you'll go to a social security office. They'll give you a social security number. Anyone working in the United States has to have a social security number. And yes, you can get it the first semester. If you go to human resource or you go to the university website and they have jobs for international students on campus, you go to that department, you get the job, you say, okay, I'm an international student, I need my social security number. They will write a letter. The social security office is so used to international students, they will give you a number, okay? Hey Janet, when applying for schools, they want to get a guardian and bank statement Word 2.3, which is, yes, you follow those directions and you provide that statement. It can be from any sponsor, okay? Yes, any degree from any field you can get, okay? A scholarship, it depends. The department will tell you if they have scholarships. This scholarship thing, if you're following Janet for the first time, understand that should never be your goal. It should never be. Once you start asking for a scholarship, you're failing already. It's to have a strong desire to succeed. It's for you to get that admission. When you get in, they respect you as a student. They'll start telling you, oh, by the way, we have this one year scholarship. We can apply for this, apply for this. So you are a student first, then scholarships follow. If they don't, Janet has done videos on how to pay for school fees in the United States. I've done many videos. So California Community College, yes, they will give you a social security number because anyone working in the United States need that. They need that. Number 13, how long to prerequisite for accelerated nursing? I already answered this, okay? It depends on how aggressive you are. You can have requirements within 9 months to 1 year, and then you go into the crash program, another 1 year or 15 months, you're done with accelerated nursing. Obviously, any degree, any field, okay? Number 14, just thinking out of the box. Do real estates offer mortgages for F1 students? No. One of the followers asked that if they can come here, instead of paying rent, maybe they can just get a loan and start paying a mortgage. No, unfortunately, for you to get a loan in the United States, you have to be a permanent resident on a green card, or you have to have a citizenship. So the answer is no, they will not, okay? So, and that, well, good question, but mostly life insurance, anything, unless you have a cosigner, you can try that way, but once they know you're an international person, usually they don't. That is from what I know, okay? I had already applied for IT. My 20 already filled yes 160. Congratulations. ITs are very, very good. It will lead to H1B and all that. Many employers give people in IT H1B visas to work in the United States. Okay? Yeah, you cannot apply for a mortgage as an international student. Okay, number 15. Can you synchronize 2 degrees to more higher in hospital, especially management? For example, okay, so this person was concerned about, let's see. So this follower is like, okay, if I have 2 degrees, maybe in management or administration, I want to go into management instead of maybe bedside nursing. I think that's what he was trying to say. Okay, so which are some of the courses that you can synchronize in order to climb the management ladder? Okay, good question. So I will tell you honestly, this thing of matron and manager in the hospital is not a big deal in the United States. In fact, most people run away from being a manager because they pay you to deal with stress. Okay, so many people just like to, let me do my job and go home, because managers are under extreme stress to produce. Here it's about production. It's not about you shaking the keys and showing off that you are the best manager, okay? It looks nice, but it's very stressful, especially in the hospital. But having said that, since you're interested, okay, you have to pursue maybe a Master of Science in Management, Health Management, Clinical Nurse Specialist, Clinical Manager. Most of them have an MBA. Most people here probably are in business administration. So you can combine that with your nursing experience and maybe become a manager. And by the way, here, the shortage is so real. I can tell you, Janet, with her little accent, with her height, however little she came, I was working on a floor, med-surg. After a while, I was like, we were 3 nurses that were full-time. The rest were traveling nurses because the hospital doesn't have employees. So we were the only full-time employees. Do you know, most of the time I was a manager anyway. They call them charge nurse. It's no big deal. The only difference is if they don't have patients, then I'm going to be a charge nurse. It's not as prestigious as home. You look nice when you're wearing a matron uniform and you're in management. Here, no, people care about money. You can still make a lot of money doing bedside nursing. But they pay managers well, but they pay them to deal with stress. But mostly it's production. You have to, in America, it's about production, the results. Managers are here to manage for real. It's not about being laid back and not having patience. It's for you to produce money, to produce for the hospital. So it's very stressful, but good for you. But more than likely, they will go for people that have business background. Master of Business Administration, Management, clinical manager, clinical specialist. So those are some of the courses you can do to become a nursing manager. Maybe that this person said they have a degree in governance. If that is your interest, go for it. Okay, the sky is the limit, go for it. But here, from my experience, I was a nurse, not a nurse manager, it's too much. I was never a nurse manager, but charge nurse is normal. Charge nurse, they just pick one of the nurses on the floor and they make you a charge nurse. It's no big deal in America, okay? Okay, Kiblagat, thank you so much. Yes, Janet, wonderful. So no big deal, but that's what you need to do. Yes, you can merge and become going to high rankings in the hospital. I'm sure you'll find a job because they like people that can handle high stress. They'll pay you well too. If you're willing to handle the stress and deal with the worst is staffing. Never wish to be a nurse manager in the United States. Around 4 o'clock, the nurses are starting to call in. I'm sorry, I have a headache. I'm sorry, my daughter is sick today. I'm sorry, I'm not coming in. Now you start calling. Hey, can you show up today? We'll give you extra. Oh, I'm sorry, my husband, I can't come in today. I can come tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's a stressful. I'm not discouraging anyone. What about accountants? I mean, you can get a job anywhere, unless you're asking if you want accelerated. Yes, why not? Talk about finance. Is it marketable? Can one get a job just like nursing? Yes. Any career, but always, always, always get that American education. I'm telling you the truth. You come here with accelerated, you get the American degree. Can you get using your degrees at home? Yes, these things are marketable, but you just make your case stronger when you crown it with American education. I don't care if you run in a community college and just get a copy and paste saying American. It just takes you far. It gives you confidence. You are not explaining anything to people. Where did you graduate? University of California, University of Texas, period. Okay? Thank you so much. Peter is saying you're advising well and good. Thank you so much. All right? Number 16. I'm enrolling for the fall 2021 semester. The college had accepted my application. I'm thinking of registering and starting my classes online while in South Africa, as embassies are still closed due to COVID-19 restrictions, and since South Africa has a variant, makes it hard for embassy to take applications. Yes, it's not advisable, but if that's what the college is telling you, yes. And by the way, talk to the college and say, so once the embassies are open and the colleges are back to one-on-one, can you give me a I-20 so I come? If they say yes, yes. Most colleges have been doing that during one-on-one. They've been encouraging international students to start online. But as soon as the country opens, yes, they're going to let you in. So do what they tell you to do, okay? Just start. And then, but be in communication. Just, I'm skeptical about getting the job in USA. And I will tell you, Kathy, you should never be skeptical. America is one of those countries that you should never worry about a job. Now, if you want it in your field, that's a different case. I always say when you come here, what do you want? Do you want a job or you want a career? So it doesn't matter what you went to school for. If you are joining Janet Rangi for the first time, understand, I can't stress that enough. Don't have a closed mindset that I did education, I did finance, I did accounting. That is very closed-minded. Come here, target to crown that with American education, you will get a job. Can you imagine? Well, they have everything. They have schools just like you. They have banks just like you. They have farms just like you. They have law firms just like you. They have hospitals just like you. So any field you're asking, yes, the goal will be, do you have papers? And some of those competitive courses, always crown it with American education, my friends. Me, when I came with my education, it fed me, by the way, in nursing. I passed the NCLEX and I used that to the maximum. But I could not wait to go and crown it with American education. And I added 2 more degrees. If you come to my office, you just say University of California, University of Texas. That's what patients look at. And then they're like, No questions asked. Hi. And my job is very good at that. They hang for us on the Janet, University of California, Los Angeles, bang. That's the first thing you come to the office. Graduate, University of California. Graduate, University of Texas. So as we talk, credibility is just flowing. You know, I'm in control. This girl is writing me medicines. I love her. I can trust her. Okay? It's the truth. So yes, if you're in South Africa, I hope they open the embassies or do what the schools tell you, but make sure they don't tell you that the degree you chose is completely online. Okay? Just make sure that they will give you an I-20 when the embassy is open. If they don't, look for a school. If your goal is to come to America, look for a school that will give you an I-20 to come. That's it. Okay? And remember, when I told you about this university called University of Eastern New Mexico Portales, I told you I have some information. I will discuss that in very quick, and then we can wind down this video, okay? So for you to join this university, I told you sometimes I've been calling the international office myself. I called the international office, Eastern New Mexico, and I went through the discussion on what you need to join this university, okay? So, deadline is May 1st for you to join in the fall. The fall starts in August, okay? It's one-on-one, face-to-face. It's no longer online. They are opening, okay? So for you to join this university, University of Eastern New Mexico in Portales, this one is in New Mexico. You have to apply by May 1, and that means the fall semester. Of course, that will depend with the embassy. The embassies are getting busy, I'm telling you. If you don't get an appointment, then you'll have to move to the next semester. But they said if you submit documents, even in June, they can work with you. First of all, they say you have to evaluate your documents. That's a must. So you take your credentials, your transcripts. They do not accept results from you. You send them to the Credential Evaluation Service, and that service will send the results directly to them. Official report of your transcripts. That's the most important thing they said. Then they require IELTS and TOEFL, but it's not a must, especially for people that come from English-speaking countries, and yes, most African countries. So this school, if you're one of those people keeps on asking, Janet, I need a school that does not need IELTS. I need a school that does not need TOEFL. Eastern New Mexico, University of Eastern New Mexico in Portales is one of them. Okay? So they will give you an I-20, but after you have to send your transcript for evaluation. I don't know which services they have. You can go to their website. They will tell you which organization they use for you to send your documents. After they evaluated, they send them to the university. Then they will give you admission. GPA requirement is 2.0. As I said in the other, 2.0 to me is like a C minus, honestly. Or lower than maybe a D plus, who knows? But let's go with a C minus. That is a 2.0. For those of you who are not familiar with GPS, okay, GPA, it's usually, what does it stand for? Grade point average is an average of your coursework. Okay, grade point average. So 4.0 in the United States is A. 3.7 is about A minus. 3.5 is like a B plus. Okay, 3.25 is like a B minus. A C plus is like maybe 2.7. 2.5 is like a C. And then there may be a C minus is about 2.0. So most of you qualify. I'm happy about that. Now, if they ask you to do the TOEFL, this is what they told me. 500 paper-based. That's what they require. 500 score. Paper-based. IBT, which is internet-based, TOEFL, 61. For those doing the IELTS, the requirement is 6.0. As I said, if you are one of those that went to an African country that uses English as the official language, they do not require you to do any of this. All you need is just transcript evaluation. They send it to the university. You'll get admission I-20. School starts in the fall. It's one-on-one. They are giving vaccines. Fall semester. If you apply in June, they are flexible. I-20, they will give it to you. But they say it's up to you to be timely because you will need to come to the United States maybe a month before classes start. So it's up to you to make arrangements to make sure you have things on time so they can send you an I-20, show up in the embassy on time. Okay? Okay. All right. So they say the pandemic made them not to have many jobs on campus, but now it's opening up. There are many jobs, and they say you can go to human resource or you can go to the school website and you'll see on-campus jobs for international students. So they like that. They have jobs for international students. Am I giving you good news for F1? Okay. They don't require a deposit. True information. This one I spoke to the admission office. One-on-one. I took the call and I spoke to them. Okay? They issue F1 for the student and F2 for the spouse and kids. They do that. They will need a bank statement. And the bank statement can be from any sponsor. They'll have to sign affidavit of support. Okay, but they don't need any deposit of money for them to offer an I-20. And they do not require you to pay money until your first day of school. And they have payment plans. That means when you go there, you say, you know what, I don't have enough money. Can we spread it out? And then you have, so maybe that semester you're due for 3,000. They say, okay, we can do 1,000 per month. Okay, I like this school. I like this school. They will need, all they will need is transcripts and a passport that is valid. Fall is fully open. The campus will be fully open in the fall, in August. Okay. Now, I asked them about some of these people that have B visas and they want to change. Does this school change? They say they don't involve themselves in that, but they'll advise you to find a lawyer. They can give you an I-20. You go back home and change from there, or come change from here. But they have nothing to do with that. You'll have to find a lawyer yourself. They'll have nothing to do with that, okay? But they can take you. They can give you an I-20 if you go through the application process, okay? Remember, I told you during the week, I'll come and discuss my discussion with the admission office at this university. Tuition is due after classes. That's what they told me. They have payment option, monthly payment options. You just work with the accounts office. Okay, yes, they accept transfer post-secondary. You can always transfer your credits and go there, okay? And academic advisor. So academic advisor will tell you which courses they will take and which ones will not. Always work with the academic advisors, okay? Yeah, that's the real information from the university. I'm almost done. In fact, they say for those who are from Nigeria, they probably have an embassy in Mexico. They can give you an I-20 and then you go to Mexico, but you're still crossing the border. So anyway, so it's up to you. So it just depends on which country you come from, but it's up to you. But remember, you have to work with lawyers. They cannot advise on anything. These immigration issues, they are sensitive. You work with the immigration lawyers. Housing, they have residential housing on campus, okay? People that are less than 21 years, they recommend that you stay on campus. But the rest of you, if you're above 21, you can always rent off campus. There are many apartments off campus that you can go and rent, homes and everything, okay? Someone who did their degree 3 years ago, is it possible to apply? People apply even 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But you cannot come from the street and go to the embassy. You have to show how busy you've been. You've had kids, you've had jobs. Your DS-160 has to be busy. It cannot show desperation. If you're just coming from the street with cowboys, they are more likely to deny you. Watch other videos. I've talked about this. They say for you to get on-campus jobs, feel free to scroll their website online, and you can see if they have any jobs. Right now, after the pandemic, they're having jobs, okay, on-campus jobs. You can also ask HR, human resource, and they will give you resources for jobs on campus. And she said, yes, usually they're kind of plenty jobs of international students. They have working programs for eligible campus jobs, and they say 20 hours per week. And unless you have a work permit from the immigration, but for 20 hours, you don't need a work permit. This one, Janet has always told you. Nothing new. I'm almost done. About scholarships, they say you can work as a graduate assistant and they'll give you a scholarship. Yes, they provide, they said you can call the graduate program. This was undergraduate, so I didn't talk to the graduate program. So they said, yes, they have scholarships. Some of the scholarships, you have to be with them 1 semester. Some of the scholarships, you have to be with them 1 year. And they will send you to apply for those scholarships for international students. And the good news with this campus, they say they don't pay international rates. You know, most universities in the United States will charge more expensive for international students. But here they said in-state tuition is the cheapest. Of course, if you've been in America, you know, if you're in-state, you pay the cheapest. Out of state is a little bit expensive, but usually international students have paid the most. But this school, they say they're non-profit. They're not here to make profit, so they will charge you as out of state. So you just pay like any other American citizen who comes from out of state. This is New Mexico. Anyone living in Texas, California, if you come there, you'll pay out of state. So they give you the same rates. If you're international students, you'll pay the same as out of state, which I believe is a good deal. Okay? Extracurricular clubs, I said you have any clubs, they have baseball, volleyball, they have hockey, they have, you know, all those things, okay? Sports, they have sports, but I didn't ask if they have sports scholarships, okay? So, you know, that's what I got. Volleyball, soccer, baseball, tennis clubs, yoga, okay? And also international student, you can always ask for scholarships. They have charity scholarships, which are departmental. Depending on the department you're in, you can always ask for a scholarship, okay? And that you can apply after one semester. They have foundation scholarships, like, you know, for charity that are also attached to the school. And that's why I always tell you, your goal is not a scholarship. Your goal is to get admission. I promised you to present Eastern New Mexico Portales, and I've presented. I never left any stone untouched. Thank you so much, Group 3, for leaving enough questions. Thank you for the group leaders. Thank you for leading your groups and for submitting questions. Next, I think I'll move to one of the groups. I plan to bring someone from Canada. I didn't get back to her. If we probably will see her tomorrow. I'll talk to her today and see if she can come and present to you guys tomorrow. I'm so happy. Merci beaucoup. Kwaheri. Thank you for always watching. Group 3, I'm done with you. You did a wonderful job. You posted very, very good questions. Thank you for the group leaders. Okay, I can't thank you enough for the good job. Well done, well done, well done. Always janetrangi.com, Janet Rangi on YouTube, Janet Rangi on Facebook. Asante, kwaheri, bye bye, adios, merci beaucoup. Can you talk about asylum? I've done that for many, many years. Right now we are focusing on the groups. And I'm responding to followers and what they need, okay? Let me go in my garden. I'm going to plant flowers. I'm going to dig my garden and plant vegetables and spend time with my family, okay? See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Muchas gracias. Bye. Love you.